but the Magic lose to Houston. That means the Knicks are third overall in the East, one game behind second place, Milwaukee. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito along with Alan Hahn and Wally Zerbiak. And the Knicks need one more win to clinch a top 6 spot. And while it looks very likely they're not going to have to worry about the play-in, one more win or one more Heat loss assures that they won't have to worry about the play-in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just math at this point now because you can see how it's all setting up. The Knicks did exactly what they needed to do tonight, take care of business. You heard Jalen Brunson say it, Wally. They're not worried about what's next. They're not worried about seedings. Next game is Boston. Worry about that game. Take care of your own business.
Yeah, and I love what he said about getting the Bulls back for beating them on Friday night. On a back-to-back, it was a tough situation. Josh Hart got tossed from that game, only played 11 minutes. They got back after it on the boards. And what about Jalen Brunson's performance? 45 points against an elite perimeter defender in Alex Caruso. He is showing that he is an unstoppable force if you try to guard him one-on-one. You just can't stop him. He's going to score anytime when he wants. He's going to get a good time up whenever he wants. And then if you bring that double team, the Knicks have weapons all over the floor that know how to make great decisions, that know how to make big-time shots. And this team is playing great basketball when they need to be playing their best.
Think about this. In the last 7 games, he's averaging almost 40 points a game. That's insane. I mean, think about this.
But you know what's amazing?
He's averaging almost 40 points a game on efficient shooting.
Like, we're not even that moved by watching this incredible greatness night after night.
That's what it takes to win in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's not easy to win in the NBA.
Like, you look up
you need a guy that's doing that. The elite teams have Doncic doing that, you know, once in a while. Jokic going for a triple-double every single night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averaging 30. I mean, literally, Jalen Brunson is in the top 5 MVP conversation.
He's got
hands down, no doubt about it. What he has done since Julius Randle's gone out of the lineup.
Averaging over 30 a game.
Think about what this team would be without him on the floor. Most valuable player. He is very valuable to this team and franchise.
And if I can add to that, if you finish in the top 3 in the conference, that also makes voters pay attention because it's not only are you putting up prolific numbers, but you're doing it and it's leading to winning. That's important too. So that's also going to be part of the conversation. But on that, while he is playing fantastic, you still have to have others who are making shots when he's getting double teamed, when he's getting rid of the basketball. And the game that OG Anunoby gave you tonight, especially that first quarter, you talk about one of those things that when you're wondering what can the Knicks be when the playoffs begin, and you're trying to figure out, all right, well, where is OG Anunoby right now? That first quarter looked so promising to any prospects of them being a team that can make a run in the postseason.
And for the whole game, Anunoby finished with 24. His Knicks high is 26, so he looks really good. Knicks were up, Wally, in the third quarter by 17. It was only 6-point Knick advantage going into the fourth quarter, but the Knicks, in the final 12 minutes, were able to prevail.
No, that's because you have Jalen Brunson that's setting up your offense in the fourth quarter. He's a closer, and he's a piece on the chessboard that you have to pay attention to, and he's going to create openings for his teammates. There's Dukes McBride with the big-time drive to the basket. Josh Hart thought he got mugged on that play, and he was not happy with not getting the N1. And that's an example, we're going to take a look at that play on the wall, of the versatility of all the Knicks players on the floor. Hartenstein, a great pass to Anunoby, and then a great pass on that play to Jalen Brunson. The ball movement and the unselfishness is so difficult to defend. The Chicago Bulls, they play hard. They're a good defensive team, but you don't have an answer for the skill level that the Knicks put out there on the floor.
Interesting, Alan. The Knicks outboarded like they were in Chicago on
but not nearly
Friday.
as bad.
They were outboarded by 19 on Friday.
Here it's 8.
But the assist total and the shooting and the free throw shooting compensating for the fact that they were outboarded. And when you talk about Brunson's night tonight, guys, the 45 points, a lot of times he puts up these numbers by not making a lot of threes, but Allen tonight he made 7 threes.
Yeah, tonight, so sometimes we talk about his points in the paint in a game where he's getting all the work done in the painted area, beating a guy one-on-one. But when you're trapping and he has to get the ball back, I mean, the way he was moving, too, he looks like he doesn't get tired. I got to get into this plant-based diet because he and Josh Hart are talking about it.
I got some steak tips, dude. They're so good.
I'm good. I might try the plant-based as long as it's plant-based.
Beyond Meat steak tips.
Oh, okay. He played the entire second half and scored 40 and didn't look tired. Did he at one time look exhausted, look tired? His energy level's off the charts. It's something Doc Rivers talked about after the Bucks game. He's like, he runs around constantly. You're beating him up, you're chasing him, and he just doesn't wear down. And that's what I think you're seeing here with him and his ability to not only get in the paint and score, but in a game like this, have the legs under him to take 12 threes and hit 7 of them. While you could speak to that, how when you are a high usage player, late in the game, you can lose your legs a little bit. And he did not lose his legs in this game at all. He was knocking down big shots and threes even later on.
And it's incredible how this late in the season, after this many minutes in games, that little shimmy shake, the quickness, the speed, and the explosiveness of his movement from short area to short area is what allows him to get that space that he needs to get his shot up. And once he gets to his spot and he gets a little bit of daylight, it is going in that basket no matter what.
Plant-based steak tips, you into it?
Beyond meat, plant takes.
All right, so the Swedish fish and all of that, not on the
plan. I think we start that diet here on the show as well.
Yes, exactly.
Because seriously, those guys played the whole
Josh Hart is a major
half.
sponsor.
Josh Hart, by the way, 17, 13, and 7 assists. Another endorsement for the plant-based diet. Because he plays forever, too.
And he had 7 rebounds in the second half. I mean, he made a big difference on the boards.
Monica, we've talked here about Jalen Brunson going for 45 points. We haven't mentioned he also passed off for 8 assists and only committed 1 turnover in almost 43 minutes of playing time tonight.
The guy just doesn't turn the ball over. Ouch. And so that was very, very impressive. I just really like the energy that this team played with from the jump in this ball game, guys. I think the 7 that you saw see most of the minutes tonight were locked in on both sides of the basketball. And it's funny because you look at the box score, and the Bulls actually shot 53% from the field, but the Knicks shot 55% from the field and had one Jalen Brunson on their team.
Monica, checking on you because you said, ouch. Everything good? I know they're breaking up the court there.
I hit my foot on this stool, and it really hurt. Thank you, hon, because I was really trying to hold that, and it hurt so bad. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I had some concern for you.
We're all concerned, Monica.
It hurt. It's like hitting your funny bone, your Achilles. Ow, that really hurt. Okay, go ahead.
Nothing funny about it. Look, we need everybody healthy. The postseason's just around the corner, so let's get right. OG Anunoby has gotten healthy back in the lineup. He's made such a difference. It's amazing to look at his numbers. He had a great start to this game, but he had another plus, a plus 12. That's 20 straight games now he's been in the plus. He's not been a minus playing with the Knicks. It's insane. But when you watched him in that first quarter, what was the first thing you were thinking as you were seeing him score?
Oh, he's feeling good. That elbow is right tonight. Let that thing fly, OG. Let that thing fly. And, you know, post-game, we actually got a chance to talk to him for our radio post-game. And we asked him, you know, OG, the numbers bear it out when you're on the floor. This team is 17-3 now when you're on the court. What are you looking for? And he's like, I'm just looking to make plays, to get rebounds, to get deflections, to get stops, to cut to the right spot, to knock down shots. You know this, Han. You've interviewed him a few times now. He's very methodical in his approach, and it's sort of flat, but not in the negative way. It's just very matter of fact for him. And so he rattled off a bunch of little things that he's looking for. He told us that he is feeling good. And I'm like, dude, if you weren't feeling good, having to guard DeMar DeRozan is going to get you right, huh? And he's like, absolutely. That's a tough guard.
All right, Monica, thanks. Have a nice trip to Boston, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care of that foot.
Thanks, guys.